Have you ever had one of those marketing plans? You know, the kind that's so brilliant you almost want to frame it, but then out in the real world, it just completely flops? You've done all the research, you've checked out the competition, but it just fizzles out. So what gives?
Well, here's the thing. More often than not, the problem isn't your competitor, and it's not the market. The call is coming from inside the house. Yep, the failure is usually an inside job, and it all comes down to the secret world happening within your own company.
So, welcome to Marketing's Secret Inner World. Think of this as your all-access backstage pass to your own organization. We're going to go on an exclusive tour. You ready? Let's dive in. Okay, our first stop is the real heart of the company. It's the place where the magic, or, maybe the madness really happens, the break room. We're here to talk about the vibe. We're talking about company culture. So what even is company culture? The simplest way to put it is this. It's the way we do things around here. It's all those unwritten rules of the game, that shared feeling in the air that shapes every single decision, from what coffee's in the kitchen to the campaigns you get to launch. And listen, this vibe isn't just about feeling good. A strong, positive culture means you get engaged teams and a super clear brand message. Get this, companies with amazing cultures can see a 4 times increase in revenue. But a weak culture? Well, that's a recipe for disaster. We're talking internal distrust and marketing campaigns that are about as exciting as watching paint dry. You can totally see this in the real world. Just look at the John Lewis partnership. Their whole culture is built on treating every single employee as a partner. And that feeling of ownership, it doesn't just stay inside the office. It translates directly into that excellent customer service and the trusted marketing they are so famous for. The inside reality literally creates the outside perception. Or how about innocent drinks? Internally, their culture is super fun, relaxed, and creative. Now, that's not just a nice little perk for their employees, it's a massive strategic asset. It gives their marketing team the green light to use that cheeky, informal voice that we all know and love. Their brand is a direct reflection of what's happening in their break room. So let's do a quick gut check. What's the vibe at your place? Is it a move fast and break things kind of place? Or is it more of a let's form a committee to discuss the font on the memo kind of environment? Here's a pro tip. Just spend 15 minutes people watching in the kitchen. Are people collaborating, or are they just eating in silence? That'll tell you almost everything you need to know. All right, now that you've got a read on the vibe, let's head down the hall to a department that every single marketer needs to be friends with. Our next stop on the tour is all about learning the rules of the game, or as I like to call it, how not to get fired.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Governance? Compliance? Sounds a little boring, right? A total snooze fest.
But trust me on this. This is the boring bit that will absolutely save your career, because breaking these rules, even if it's by accident, can have some seriously massive consequences. Just think of corporate governance as the company's official rulebook. It's the whole system that keeps everybody playing fair and, probably more importantly, keeps everybody out of trouble. Remember how we said a great culture is built on trust? Well, this is the stuff that upholds that trust. And don't for a second think this is just some abstract theoretical stuff. In 2021 alone, the Advertising Standards Authority right here in the UK got over 43,000 complaints about ads. That's a record high. That's 43,000 potential landmines you really, really need to avoid. So what's actually in this rulebook for us marketers? Well, this table is basically your cheat sheet. It really boils down to 3 big things. Number 1, don't lie in your ads. The ASA is always watching. 2, don't be creepy with customer data. That's what GDPR is all about. And 3, follow your own company's rules. It's not rocket science, but it is the absolute foundation of marketing that people can actually trust. So think about it for a second. Have you ever had this killer idea that just gets shut down by the legal team? It's frustrating, I know, but learning how to navigate these rules is an absolutely critical skill for any marketer who wants to be successful. Okay, so we've checked the vibe and we know the rules. For our final stop on this little tour, we need to understand the building itself. Let's pop over to the architect's office and check out the blueprints of your organization. As you can see here, companies pretty much come in 3 main flavors. You've got your scrappy startups and small businesses, the SMEs, that are fueled by creativity and, let's be honest, a lot of caffeine. Then you've got the big corporations with way more money, but also way more meetings. And finally, you have the public sector and nonprofits, where you're changing the world one mission-driven campaign at a time. BrewDog is just a classic SME success story. They totally embraced their small size.
They had a tiny budget, but this massive, rebellious culture. And they used it to pull off all these wild marketing stunts. They even used crowdfunding to turn their customers into passionate investors. It's absolute proof that creativity can beat cash any day of the week.
Now, on the complete other end of the spectrum, you've got a giant like Tesco. Their game-changing move was the club card, way back in 1995. A project this massive could only happen in a large corporation that has the resources and the structure to get all these huge departments, from IT to finance to every single store, all on the same page. They basically used their size as a superpower.
So, which of these blueprints actually matches your workplace? Knowing whether you're built for that nimble, scrappy speed or for structured, resource-heavy power is going to dictate your entire marketing playbook.
And that's our tour. You've seen the secret inner world of marketing. You are officially an insider now, and you have the map you need to navigate it successfully. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is pretty simple. First, read the vibe. Get a real feel for your company's culture. Second, know the rules. Master those legal and ethical lines you can't cross. And third, understand the blueprint. Know exactly what kind of organization you're working in.
And that leaves us with one final and probably most crucial question. Now that you've got the inside track, what's one thing about your company's internal world, its vibe, its rules, or its blueprint that you can use to your advantage starting this week? And that's a wrap. Now go out there and be the marketing insider you were born to be. Thanks so much for joining me.